Hello everybody, welcome back to Road Reg. On today's video I am going to be giving you a very quick update on a minor issue I have developed in the M140i which seems to be causing a few issues. So a couple of days ago I popped over to see a friend of mine who's a mechanic for Nissan, actually, believe it or not. I won't mention his name just in case his manager sees this video. I'm sure he won't, but I don't want to get the guy in trouble. But he is a really nice guy, BMW enthusiast, basically a car enthusiast in general, to be honest with you, but he does like his Beamers. And he plugged in the car. Annoyingly, I didn't get any B-roll footage because we were too busy chatting about all things car related, but he scanned it for me and it came up with a host of codes. He cleared it and then rescanned it, and it did come up with that one fault, which is the rear right ABS wheel speed sensor. So we know it is that for 100%. So that's great news. Right, so I've just pulled over so I can show you what I am seeing on the instrument cluster at the moment. So, as you can see, we've got driving stabilization, drive moderately. We've got the traction control light, the ABS light, a warning triangle light, which I'm assuming means handbrake or brakes or something to do with that. And we've got the engine warning light on, which is strange, but actually kind of makes sense because with a faulty wheel speed sensor, the car isn't getting the correct signals, so it's gone into a panic mode, a sort of, safety mode, because the engine and the gearbox and the traction control system and the ABS all rely on accurate data to function properly, and in this case obviously it isn't, so the car is in this mode, which is frustrating, but I understand, I get it. It's quite strange actually, because I feel like the car's down about 100 horsepower, and you have to put your foot down on the accelerator quite a lot to get it to go, and I'm talking probably about 25%. So basically it has a 25% dead zone before the engine engages. It's very strange, but if you kick it down it still goes. I mean, this car naturally is quite fast, even if you take away 80 to 100 horsepower. I don't know exactly how much power it reduces or what it does, but you can definitely tell that there's power missing. Another thing that's been happening, which is really weird, is the fault has been coming and going, but when the fault goes away the engine light stays on. Now I presume, as it's just done this right now, and the car jolts a little bit and you get the full power back, but obviously the engine light stays on. I presume that's because the car's stored a code and it's to let you know that, hey, look, actually I am not okay. I say I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Look, we all know what fine means, guys, right? And this is the BMW saying it's fine, and we all know it's not. I have ordered 2 sensors. I have to say, ordering these sensors was an absolute nightmare because there are so many different brands that make the sensors. None of them look the same, and they all seem to have different lengths of wires, even though they're for the same car. So I found that quite confusing, knowing which one to buy. The BMW genuine part was way over £100, and I want to do 2, so I've ordered 2 sensors. I've ordered Bosch sensors from Autodoc because it's really a bad idea to just replace one sensor, okay? Because if one sensor goes, it's highly likely that the other one will shortly follow. So what I've done is I've bought 2 sensors, so one for the rear right and one for the rear left, and that means that the rear axle is going to be absolutely fine for the ABS speed sensor. However, obviously there's still the front. If that goes, then I'll do that, but money's tight at the moment, and those 2 sensors cost me nearly £100, and then I've got to pay for someone to fit them. But that's where we're at basically, guys. Not much more to talk about really. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what is going on with my M140i. I must be honest with you guys, having this problem has made me consider whether or not I should buy a little scanner myself. I know you can get the Carly, I think it's called, and that's a yearly subscription, but from what I believe it's about £100 a year, which I think is really expensive, but it does mean that you can mess around with your car and sort of code it and change the sounds on it and disable the active sort of noise in the cabin, little things like that. But personally, that's something that I would just do once, unless you're sort of swapping and changing, or BMW or any car really. Like, once you get the car, code it to your desire and then leave it. So I don't think I want to pay £100 a year for that. But if you guys have any suggestions for a little code reader for my M140i, I would be really grateful to hear that, because now the car's getting on a bit. You know, it's 6 years old. You know, there might be more faults in the future. I hope not, because this car has been really solid up until now. But, you know, it's not the car's fault. But I think it will be a wise thing for me to invest in. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, please let me know, guys. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that little update. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Road Reg. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.